All right, what's going on, my beautiful people? The Metal Hellbilly here, and I have another collection update. That's right, my sickness is continuing to grow and fester like an open wound without any antibiotic or preparation H. You don't put on wounds. Nope, I put that on my bumhole. Anyhow, all right, so not all these albums are spanking new. There are a couple that I've had in my collection for several weeks, but I just wanted to kind of talk about it a little bit because one of them is newer to me and it might be kind of exciting for y'all. And I'm probably going to, I'm going to kick it off with that. So without further ado, first one here, Iron Maiden with the Book of Souls. Yeah, I actually did not like this album the first time I heard it. I was like, this is boring. This is way too long. This is not the Maiden I know and love. However, with repeated spins, repeated listens, it started to grow on me. And now I find it in my collection. I guess it's better over here. I find it in my collection because I saw it in the wild on the cheap. I think it was like $6. And I believe this is a 2 CD. Yeah, of course it is. Of course it is. You know, newer Maiden can't control themselves. They have to do double albums. That's how these legacy bands are. But yeah, Iron Maiden, Book of Souls. Like I said, wasn't really a big fan the first time I spun it. Decided to stick with it. Was playing it during work, streaming it on YouTube, of all places. And I was like, you know what? I like some of these riffs. Some of these songs are starting to dig their claws in. It's starting to get a little bit catchy. It's hooking itself. So I saw it on the cheap, picked it up. Why not? Why not? I got a lot of Maiden in my collection, which is a band, believe it or not, I did not like a long time ago. I know, throw tomatoes. Dislike this. Comment how stupid I am below, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Now, I shared this on the Heavy Metallurgy Discord this morning, I believe. And this is a Christian band. If you like Dio, if you like Ron James Dio, you'll love the vocalist here. And Diviner. Son of a bitch. Hey, what's going on, Frosty? Look at that. I have someone live. And it's none other than the amazing Frosty. Welcome aboard, dude. But yeah, Diviner, fantastic heavy metal. I know they're listed as power metal. There's power metal elements, but this is their debut. I have their other two. I have their latest one on vinyl. That shows how much I love them. I'm agnostic, by the way. I'm not atheist. I'm not like anti-Christian, but I don't always like the preachy lyrics, and they do a really good job making it not seem overly preachy, and it's just catchy, infectious, fantastic heavy metal. Very, very good musicianship. Very, very good songwriting. These guys rule. Absolutely awesome. If it wasn't Christian themed lyrics and you weren't paying attention, you would have no idea that this is a Christian band. I strongly encourage you all to check these guys out if you like heavy metal, if you like power metal, more US power metal, not like your European variety. I think you'll like it. Diviner rules. What else we got in here? All right, I showed this on the Discord as well. These guys, Tech Death. Yeah, I know some of y'all are like, all right, I'm out. I'm done. Tech Death. A little bit of wankery and noodling. But these guys do it well. They started off as a MySpace deathcore band back in the day, believe it or not. But I'm talking about Job for a Cowboy with Moonhealer. This was in my top 100 for 2024. Great album. They have a lot of wankery going on, but they do it really well. The songwriting is good. It's infectious. It's catchy. It's not just about showing off their technical prowess. There's a lot more to it. And it's just a fun ass album. It's a fun ass album. It took me a while to get used to the vocals at first. I felt like, I don't know the dude's name. Forgive me. I felt like it's not that good. But with repeated listens, it started to grow on me. And I'm like, okay, I was wrong. This is actually pretty cool. So great album. I also have Sun Eater by them. I have one other. I don't remember what it is, but I like Sun Eater. I like Moonhealer. Why is this like reverse? I'll figure this out one of these days, boys. But yeah, Job for a Cowboy, Moonhealer. Good stuff. All right. I was actually just spinning this today when I was training legs. I just got done with the leg session about an hour ago. Kind of, yeah. That was when they were pretty. Frosty mentioned that he liked their first full length and their EP. Kind of. That was when they were a little bit more deathcore-ish, right? I can get down with some deathcore. I have to be in the mood. Usually when I'm lifting. But this is what I was listening to today when I was lifting. Cadaver. Is this hymns of misanthropy? These guys are fucking disgusting. These guys are awesome. I love just like they play very loose, but it fits. You know, a lot of shifts in strong song structure. Just really good rabid fucking. What would you even call this? A branch of death metal. I don't know exactly what they're categorized as, but they're Cadaver and they rule. And that cover art is awesome. I love it. Definitely not AI, or it shouldn't be. I don't think it is, but it's a good one. Yeah, deathcore is hit or miss with me, Frosty. I mean, I don't mind it, but it has to be done well and it has to be done a certain way. If it's just like every song is the same damn breakdown, like an open note chug, I'm like, I'm out. Like, come on, do something else, guys. Stop. You don't have to have a breakdown with an open note chug in every single song because the kids lose it. The scene kids are like, yeah, and it's like, oh, fuck me. All right, power metal time. Some cheese. Let's go. Y'all know I love the cheese. Edguy with Vainglory Opera. This is one of their best, y'all. If you don't like Edguy, you suck. All right, not really. I get it. They're not everyone's cup of tea. Tobias Sammet developed this over-the-top vibrato approach, and I think this might be the first album where he really starts doing that, and I love it. I find it charming. You know, it's like you could tell it's forced. It's not his natural tone, but it's like so slow and like, oh, like you could tell it's a made-up vibrato, but it works. It's authentically him. And I like Avantasia, but this is better. Edguy's where it's at. Vainglory Opera, one of their last very, very good albums. Moving on. Oh yeah. Where are my true metal fans at? Thrash metal. These Legends put this out a couple of years ago, and it's good. A lot of times when legendary bands come back, it's not really that great, but Exhumer did a really good job with this. Is this Hostile Defiance? Yeah. I don't want to cover it up. Exhumer, Hostile Defiance. Put that in your fucking pipe and smoke it. This is some fantastic thrash. Just in your face. Doesn't let up. It's relentless. There's no ballads. There's no fucking slow songs. It's just like full throttle the entire time. I love Exhumer. This is only the second album that I have by them. I can't remember what the other one is. It's the one where there's like a dude wearing a mask and there's flames. Something about fire. But yeah, this was a solid comeback for sure. This is a great album. I'm going to be spinning this a lot. I actually haven't spun it since I got it because I got it yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. I have Fridays off. So solid comeback from the boys there. What do we got next? What do we got? All right, I got a pair, and this is going to piss some people off. This band used to be a death metal band and a good one in the early 90s. They released 2 really good death metal albums, and then they went goth rock. And I'm sure some of you are going to know who the hell I'm talking about. Their album after the 2 death metal albums kind of towed the line between goth rock and death metal. Any guesses? It's only Frosty in here. Frosty probably knows what I'm talking about, but we'll see. Sentenced with Frozen. I like a little bit of goth rock in my life from time to time. Come on. There we go. I like it. Is it amazing? No. Is it something that I could put on when I'm in the mood for this style of music? Absolutely. Very catchy tunes, very dad rocky though. You know, like you're not going to put this on and slaughter a heavy set of squats, right? You're not going to be like, all right, I'm going for a PR. I'm going to do a freaking AMRAP set with as much weight as I can, and you're going to put on Sentenced. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, see, we're on the same page. And then their final album, the Funeral album, which a lot of people, it was not received very well, but I completely disagree. I think this is a good album. I do think Frozen is better. I feel like this came before Disney. Disney, you fucking ripped off. You ripped off Sentence. That's where it came from. I was like, shouldn't this be a Disney film? No. Sentence did it better and first. So, but yeah. Pretty good albums. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. Go ahead, at me in the comments. Tell me I don't listen to true metal now because I listen to some fucking goth rock. Whatever. It's all good. It's all good. We all have our thing, right? Oh, speaking of which, you're gonna have at me with this one. The debut album from one of my favorite. Now I would call them like 80s synth pop slash power metal female fronted bands. This was before Nura took over on vocals. This is the original full length debut release by Battle Beast. This is Steel. Now, this girl went on to, oh God, I can't remember what band she was in. She went on to another power metal band for a little bit, and I actually have those albums. She's good. You can tell Nura kind of like tried to imitate her, but put her own spin on it. It's probably as the band's request. But Battle Beast is good. This is when they got a little bit before they got really 80s synth pop. Now they're really pop, and I like their latest album, Steelheart. I don't care what anyone says. It's gonna make my year-end list. It's super catchy. But yeah, this is a good album. If you like that kind of music, you can't go wrong with Battle Beast. Pardon me. All right, this is a band that probably no one here is going to know. It's power metal. They only had a few albums. This one has a little bit of neoclassical elements into it, woven into it, and it's the Armada with Rage of the Armada. Yeah. Early 2000s power metal with some neoclassical elements. Underrated. These guys really should have gotten noticed. It's fantastic. It's not overly cheesy. It has a little bit of that cheese, a little bit of that European flair, but it's done really well. It's not overly synth heavy. It's not like a bunch of symphonics. This is just right in the gut power metal, not quite speed metal. We're not talking about like Storm Warrior or anything, which fucking rules, by the way. We're talking about some of that neoclassical, bringing a little bit of Yngwie Malmsteen influence into it. These guys should have made it big, but they didn't. And it's a shame. So I would definitely check out the Armada. Check it out. You will not be disappointed if you like that stuff. You won't be. Another one from the same time period, same style, that should have gone somewhere. The band is Dungeon with A Rise to Power. And look at that cover art. If I could get it. There we go. Look at that. That is just awesome, isn't it? That looks like me when I wake up in the morning, pretty much, with long hair. Like I didn't get enough sleep. I'm fucking cranky. Leave me alone. Everything, all the joints in my body ache. As soon as I turned 41, I don't know if anyone experiences this. Like I hit my 40s and I'm like, oh, okay, it's not so bad. And then I turned 41. Every morning I wake up, it's like I got hit by a truck when I was sleeping. Either I'm sleepwalking and actually getting hit by a truck, or it's just part of what I've put my body through for these 40 plus years. So anyhow, back to the music. This is solid power metal, a little bit of neoclassical influence on it. Really good stuff. I'm catching you, Frosty. I'll catch you. I don't know how I'm going to make it happen, but I'm going to slow down time for you and speed it up for me so we could both sit there. We could sit in a chair smoking corncob pipes and just complain about kids these days. We're like, man, kids these days listening to their hip-hop, metal, core. It'll be awesome. It'll be good times. So yeah, check out Dungeon and Armada. You'll be glad that you did as I drop this one on the floor. Oh, and this is the last one. It was a trio of someone must have dumped like 2002 to 2003 power metal, because these three were sitting right there in the just in bin, like when they're like, oh, these are the new ones that came in for trade. This one was there as well. Platitude with Secrets of Life. And I think they only had one release. One of these bands only had one full length, and it is a damn shame, because just like the other two, this absolutely rules. The same, I mean, I could just say the same thing that I did for the other bands about this one. So I would definitely check it out. Yes, clouds. Those damn clouds. I hate those clouds. For those of you that are watching this later, you have no idea. Frosty mentioned kids and clouds in the chat. I'm not sharing anything on the screen like a moron. I'll have to figure out how to do that. But I'm old. I don't know how to do anything. Technology. Damn it. I keep dropping them. Fumbling stuff. All right. Oh, I've been on a sludge kick lately too. And when I think of sludge, There's only one band that really, really comes to mind. Bon Jovi. I'm kidding. But when I'm thinking of sludge, I'm thinking of Crowbar, baby. Yeah. Broken Glass. This isn't their best album. No, it's not Oddfellows Rest. But damn, is this good. This is heavy. It's a little bit different than their other albums. And honestly, I don't think Crowbar, correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think Crowbar has put out a bad album. Sure, some albums are better than others, but I do think that every Crowbar album has something to offer. And this one just offers you, well, it offers you Broken Glass. Essentially, that's what's going to happen. You're going to listen to this, and you're going to fucking slam beer bottles on the ground. You're going to ram your head through the fucking car window of your car. Don't do that. That's not advice. Please do not sue me. But yeah, this is a great album. I love Crowbar. Just some fucking sludgy, meaty riffs. Oh, it's so good. And that 90s production just does it for me. It just I feel a little tickle in my testicles every time. Every time. All right, so I've been trying to complete the discography of this band, and this is one that has eluded me for a long period of time. Come on, damn it. There we go. You got to talk to it sometimes. This one has eluded me for a long period of time, and I know it's not really everyone's favorite. A lot of people go, oh, well, he wanted to go a different way. This was right before he went and formed his own solo project. And it's a classic, though. It's got some really, really good tracks on it. I'm talking about Technical Ecstasy by Black Sabbath. Yeah. Technical Ecstasy. There are some really, really good songs on here. There are also some where you're like, okay, I guess. I'm not a fan, and I know a lot of people are going to get really mad. I can't remember what song it is. Bill Ward sings a song on here, and though I usually like Bill Ward when he sings, I don't like the song. It's like a ballad, and I'm like, I just get bored with it. I get bored with no. It's probably the worst joke I've ever made. This is a good album. Frosty loves Technical Ecstasy, and I don't blame you. This is a good album. You know, I think it's criminally underrated. I think it's overly hated. And I think that you need to get it and listen to it and really just because if you sit down and you actually listen to what they were doing and you pay attention, it makes a hell of a lot more sense, you know, because you're like, this isn't Black Sabbath. What the hell is this? There are a couple songs that scream Sabbath, but it was quite a departure. But it's still a really good album. I just encourage you, if you've only spun it once or twice, do it again. Spin it again. Have more of an open mind. Try not to just keep thinking this is Black Sabbath. This is Black Sabbath. Actually listen to the music. And I think you might be pleasantly surprised. It's good. I'm happy to have it. $4. And this is, I believe this is an original press. Yeah. 76. This is a Warner Brothers press. So, you know, I got me a classic. That means that I'm going to have to fucking crank it up, right? That's one thing that I like about remasters is they actually level up the mastering a little bit more. So, you know, you'll have a previous album in, and then you'll pop this in, you'll be like, is it even playing? Holy shit. And you got to turn it up. Then you forget to turn it down. And then you put in something like, I don't know, freaking Pantera or so. I don't know. That was the first thing that popped in my head for some reason. And Phil Anselmo is like literally in your eardrum. That's the last place I want him. Well, I guess I'd rather have him in my eardrum than in my bum hole. Okay, it's the second last place I want Phil Anselmo's in my eardrum. So be very careful with these older albums. They are quieter. They get shouty. Okay. Here is a gothic black metal band that actually was one of the first. It was the second black metal band that got me into black metal. The first one being Old Man's Child with the Pagan Prosperity. And I saw this for $4. And I'm like, I don't have this in my collection. And instead of me looking it up on the archives and seeing what the reviews are, I'm like, fuck it. I'm just going to get a Gotha Diamond. Probably said it wrong. With Serpent's Embrace. There are some catchy tunes on here. It's definitely not their best. But for $4 to put this into my collection with that amazing artwork that oddly reminds me of Genova from Final Fantasy VII. Where are my Final Fantasy VII fans at? Comment below Cloud Strife. Like 30 people watch this video, so the chance of me actually getting a Final Fantasy VII fan is slim to none. But yeah, this is a good album for $4. I wouldn't tell you to go out and hunt it down unless you're a big fan of the band, but it's good. Yeah, I've had far too much coffee, Frosty, but thank you for joining. No more coffee for Billy. I'm cut off. Yeah, I'm sweating in here. It was cold when I started. All right, so got the diamond. Pretty solid stuff. We got a few more to go. Bear with. Oh my gosh. Frosty, you're missing the best of the best here. But that's all right. You'll see it later. One of my favorite death metal bands. And my favorite in their discography. I can finally put it into my collection because I have almost all of theirs other than this one. And now I have it. And I'm so happy that I do. Why? Okay. I thought it was an Inside Out. Immolation, Close to a World Below. Oh my God, is this a masterpiece? This is an absolute death metal classic. This is a masterpiece. It does not get much better than this. When you were talking about disgusting, vile, murky, dark, dank death metal, this is what I'm talking about. This is the album that pops in my head every single time. Every time. Okay, cool. You caught that. Frosty caught it. Saw the masterpiece, ending on a high note. See you later, Frosty. But yeah, if you've never listened to this album, do yourself a favor and listen to it. I know a lot of people say, hey, Morbid Angel, Altars of Madness is the greatest death metal album of all time. I would say that this rivals it. They're close. Okay, maybe I will put Altars of Madness ahead of it because it came out first. But my God, this is an absolute death metal masterpiece. Look at that. Look at that. You know? Just so good. So good. The whole haul was worth just that when I found it. I'm like, yep, I've hit the jackpot. I've won. All right. So I've kind of worked backward in this band's discography, and this was prior to the Goblin vocals. You probably know where I'm going with that already. Death Metal Legends, Death Grind Legends, Cattle Decap, with Karma, Bloody Karma. Come on. There we go. This is solid. I got this one for $5 as well. Used. It's in good shape. So I figured, why not? I don't own this. Obviously, well, I do now. I didn't own this, so I decided to pick it up for $5. Worth every penny. I do feel like they continued to get better with every release. I feel like this is the one band that every single release has upped their last one, and they just continue to improve. I don't know if they're going to be able to top their, continue to improve throughout their entirety of their career. I would do one more album and quit, because that would be a flawless discography for the most part. To Serve Man, I didn't really care for, but this is a good album. I'm glad to have it in my collection for $5. Certainly worth it. And look how young they are there. Oh my God. Unbelievable. They're children. Decapitating cattle. They're vegans. All right. So big departure from what we were just talking about. This band isn't even listed on the Metal Archives because, well, they're not real metal because they have core elements and they infuse punk in it. Every review I've tried to write for that site got rejected. And then they told me how to fix it, and I fixed it, and they rejected it again. Fuck that. I will never waste my time writing a review for that site again. Ever. But, well, I almost dropped it because it's a slipcase. Every Time I Die with X Lives. I like Every Time I Die. I don't like it every time that I actually die. Have I died before? Have you ever thought about that? Like, is this our second life, our third life, our fourth life? Have we died before? If so, every time I die, I want to listen to this album. Then I'll go back to my ex-wife's lives. I don't want to go back to my ex-wife. She's an awesome person. She's just not the one for me, okay? But yeah, great album. This is frantic. It's crazy. It's vile. It's solid. You know, it's a good lifting album. It's a good, you know, put it on in the gym, just fucking forget about everything and lift. One more. And I want to make sure I'm correct about the vocalist. I didn't know this was a dual album. Oh, it's a bonus disc. I just want to make sure here, y'all. And it's not going to tell me, is it? Of course it's not. That's all right. You can figure it out on your own. Sons of Apollo with MMXX. What number is that? Is that 30? No, because XX is 20. I don't fucking know. Sons of Apollo was some big ass number. That's the name of the album, some big ass number. This is good progressive metal. It has a lot of power metal infused into it. Let's see if I can get the vocalist. Pull it up for you. Got to be a booklet in here. I hate these fucking. I tear the cardboard every time. Does anyone else do that? You're like, I'm just gonna get the booklet out. Rip. Son of a. I didn't rip it, so we're good. Got the hiccups. There we go. Jeff Scott Soto. There he is. It's essentially why I bought this album. Jeff Scott Soto is a fantastic vocalist. I need to spin this a couple more times. It's good, but nothing has really grabbed me. I've only spun it twice. One time I wasn't really paying attention. You know, I was working and it was just kind of on in the background. I enjoyed it. It was good background music. What I heard, I liked. But then I spent a little bit of time with it and I'm like, nothing really grabbed me, but that doesn't mean it's not a good album. It might just take a couple more spins and then it'll sink its hooks into me. And then I'll be like, why am I listening to this 100 times? I have 4,000 other albums I need to listen to, which is crazy to think about. I'm going to get to 5,000 soon. I am sick. I am sick in the head, y'all. Anywho, that is my haul. Hopefully you liked it. If you haven't subbed to the channel, do me a solid. Sub. Click the sub button. Click the bell notification so you get notifications for when I do these. Leave a comment below. Like this video. Do everything. Let's get this going. Let's get the Al Gore rhythm, which is actually just Al Gore dancing to Battle Beast. That's a correct interpretation of the algorithm, right? I was just making sure. Okay, cool. I know you all said yes. Do everything to get the algorithm doing what it should be doing. Share it with your grandma's dog's testicles, who has a YouTube Premium subscription for some reason. I don't know what that's all about. But we'll see you next time. I really need to stop drinking coffee.